Alright, so I'm so excited to start this week with a brand new single from Slipknot called Solway Firth. Slipknot are easily one of the most iconic metal bands in the modern era. Coming from Iowa, this band has one of the most interesting stories in rock and metal music. From the tragic passing of Paul Gray to the legal issues with Chris Friend and the departure of Joey Jordison, this band has through quite a few lineup changes. Aside from all that, this band keeps moving forward and releasing some stellar music. So they've been teasing this upcoming album, We're Not Your Kind, and saying it's going to be heavier than Iowa, but the last single, and then at least they did another song before, we call All Out Life, they kind of sound like something I'd hear off Volume 3 or The Gray Chapter. They were definitely heavy, but it wasn't like Iowa heavy like I really enjoy. So let's see how this song compares to their other two releases. To start, this song is something kind of totally new from Slipknot sound-wise. The song clocks in at just about 6 minutes, and the song structure's all over the place. It starts with a kind of an eerie intro with Corey Taylor singing over an ambient electronic pad. The melody's really interesting and unconventional. It has these half-step kind of accidentals which really mask the tonal center of the song. Rhythmically, it almost feels like it has like a Mongolian chant phrasing to it, which is extremely creepy. So after the quiet intro, the rest of the song comes in pretty quickly with an aggressive guitar riff and a monster scream from Corey. For the second half of the intro, the drums cut time and there are some additional incredible drum fills here. The additional non-drum percussion also shines. One of my favorite things about Slipknot is this whole wall of sound that they have, from hitting kegs, trash cans, and additional toms. After this intro breakdown, they go back into that ambient intro for a quick second, and you'd be expecting to hear Corey Taylor kind of do a clean melody here over that spacey guitar, but not here. They have this brief build-up and go right into a hard-hitting verse. And this verse is absolutely in your face. Corey has some pretty percussive vocal phrasing. Midway through the first verse is this incredible drum fill as Corey screams the phrase, "Slaughterhouse soaked in blood." The chorus has an extremely As I Lay Dying style guitar riff with pounding double kick drum moving the stampede of the song forward. The chorus has no clean vocals and Corey's screams sound incredible, guttural, and visceral. The accents on the vocal melody match up with the non-Paul muted notes on the guitar and gives it a very syncopated, synchronized feel. The bridge on the song is absolutely filthy. The rest of the song is kind of like very, driving and steady, but once the bridge hits, the consistent drums you were expecting drop in and out, and it gives this song a very powerful stumble to it, which adds to the unsettling emotion they're trying to be conveying. The second half of the bridge has a really subtle guitar solo, which is similar to the main riff with some heavy wah. I don't know if you call it a solo or if you just call it another guitar riff, but they change it up and it sounds good. After the bridge, it's back to the ambient intro and that build up into one more verse. And after the verse, it ends. So my overall thoughts on the song, I love what Jay Weinberg's doing on the drums this entire song. Vocally, Corey's screams sound great, but the drums kind of keep this song from sounding too stale and they really kept me hooked. I also really think there's some really fun guitar riffs that I can't wait to sit down and try learning. I think what makes Slipknot such a fun band to listen to is all the intricate layers. Members like Craig and Sid, along with the additional percussion from Clown, add to these small nuances to the song. It makes it extremely fun as a listener. Every time I'm listening to it, I'm noticing some new things nestled in the mix. Lyrically, I think this is a very strong song. When I listen to it, lyrics like, "You want a real smile? I haven't smiled in years," and lines like, "It wasn't somebody else, you fucking did it to me," are really dark. Corey has always been a masterful lyricist, but these ones feel really real and raw. Something interesting about the title, Solway Firth, is that it's a reference to the Solway Firth spaceman, which will show up here. It depicts a little girl and a man in a spacesuit standing right behind her. The interesting thing is the photographer in the story claims that there was no spaceman there before he took the picture. I'm not sure if this ties into the lyrics at all, or if it's just kind of like an eerie connection. It could be something about perceiving things in places where they are not, and might be a reference to the lyric, "Here's an unexplainable one." Who knows? If you have ideas or theories about what you think the song is about, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear them. Now on to my complaints. The intro feels a little bit disconnected from everything else going on in the song. Honestly, if they were just cut the intro and went right into it, I think I would have enjoyed the song the same. I don't think it really adds too much that I like. The song offers dynamics all over the place, but they're extremely sudden changes that give the song a very unsettling vibe. I personally like it, and I think that's what they were going for, but I could see some people getting turned off by it. Overall, I'll give this song a really strong 8 out of 10, and it has me so excited for this album to release. If you like this song, their album, We're Not Your Kind, arrives August 9th. So that's my review on this single. If you like it, please feel free to like, subscribe, and share. If there's any albums you want to see me review, drop them down in the comments. Thanks again, and rock on.